And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to HomeStory Cup 25, day number 2, the group stage, the finale of the group stage. We wrapped up with Group A and B in day 1. We wrapped up with Group C earlier today, and now we have Group D before us. The final round of Group D, round 5, potentially our final series of the night. We could catch the tail end of Trigger versus Drogo. That's also on the horizon, but now we're focusing on this PvZ and spawning in the top left hand corner of site Delta. We have our Finnish Zerg player, the blue Zerg, representing Berserker Esports. It is Mixu. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the German Protoss player, the red Protoss. It is HolyHit. Let us go. It's been a long cast, probably not as long as last night. Today's only been 9 hours and 22 minutes. It's nothing, Papi. It's nothing. Only 9 hours, just under 10 hours so far, and I'm sure we're gonna hit and reach the 10-hour mark. Last night we casted for 11. Can we make it all the way? I would like some sleep. I would like to get some rest at some point today. Maybe. We'll see. Let's dive in. Let's jump into our series. So far, hatch gas pool. Standard opener out of Mixu, not going for any early gas or any early spawning pool timings. We are settling into our game. Meanwhile, across the map, HolyHit's going for a gate expand as well. So far, everything is on the up and up. So far, no early tech, no early harassment, no early aggression. We're calming things down. Also, I should not gloss over it too much, but a shout out to Harstem and Laser for being troopers and being the test subjects of Wardy and Diego's drinks. I was saying in the chat earlier, yo, if you're gonna make a laser drink, you should have had Gabe alongside him. Should have been Gabe and a laser both going ham on those drinks in the lead up to their match. Like, on the one hand, sure, you know, they have to compete and they have to play out their series, but they're both confirmed out of their groups, right? So there's less pressure on both of them, so may as well let loose, Bobby. May as well let loose. It would have been a great, like, pre-match before their series. Then there could have been a little bit of banter as well. Just saying, production team, just saying. You know, if you're going to have some out-of-game content, try to have the competitors, like, you know, the next upcoming matches come up against each other. Maybe for tomorrow. Maybe. Regardless, we're selling it. Regardless, we're settling on in. Again, I'm sure everyone at the event has been having a great time, and we'll see how this story ends. It's going to be a Stargate opener out of HolyHit. So far, going to be Stargate opener into Oracle. I imagine we'll keep an eye out for a Void Ray based opener instead. Still very viable here for our German Protoss player. We'll see what he does. Embrace. Meanwhile, across the map, do threaten the shade. Depths are moving out, getting eyes on our setup. Mixu was taken the triangular third base. Interesting choice here by Mixu, and it will now be confirmed by HolyHit. Taking a different base setup. Likewise, Mixu moving out with his Lings, getting ready for a scout. As the depth moves out, the Overlord will confirm, and the Lings can now move in. So very keen eyes there out of Mixu. Does recognize how wide open the natural is. We'll get a full scout. Could potentially even get a probe kill as well. I say that Lings are staying in the back line. The depths are soon to reveal themselves, and once they do, here comes Mixu. And probe is going to be shut down. Oh, we do pull away in time. We will get one probe kill. The other 3 Lings will back off. The initial Ling will dive into the main base. We get a full scout. We get eyes on the tech. It's going to be a Stargate opener into Oracle, and Mixu does confirm. Meanwhile, across the map, Adepts, they shade their way into the main. When it takes 2 Adepts to one-shot a drone, 1 drone, 2 drones going to be going down. Can we get a third? Can we get a fourth? Oh, we can. For 5 drone kills with 2 Adepts. Pretty worthwhile trade. Not too bad. Not too bad whatsoever, as HolyHit does get some extra kills. Meanwhile, how do we respond? Evo Chamber on the way. Very fast Evo Chamber here out of Mixu, working towards a +1 melee. Link speed is done. Melee should be on the horizon here, just so we can, of course, help boost up these Lings. Give them a little bit more effective firepower here. Meanwhile, HolyHit, that is a Twilight Council before the Nexus. Third base now on the way, but we did prioritize our tech. What does that mean? We're feeling Adepts. I'm feeling Glaive Adepts, papi. HolyHit's looking to be the aggressor here. This could also be a Blink-based opener. Fast Blink without the Forge into Blinkstalker Heavy Aggression to a 3-base all-in. But I'm leaning more along the lines of... Actually, never mind. I was going to say I'm leaning along the lines of Glaives, but where are the extra gateways? We should be seeing a 3rd and 4th gateway by now. It is going to be Blink. Okay. Very fast blink here at a HolyHit. Now, what this usually leads into, just because blink is so fast and +1 is delayed, is we saturate on 3 bases, but we do not take gases. We don't take gases at the 3rd, and we go into something along the lines of an 8-gate 3-base all-in. We'll see how this all comes together. And this fast +1 melee is going to be ideal for Mixu. If we're up against Mass Blink Stalker early on, I mean, melee is going to be amazing. Lings already do quite well against Stalkers, and now we're doubling down. Baneling Nest on the way. Interesting choice here out of Mixu, going for Ling Bane. No lair yet out of our blue Zerg player. Just rushing out with Lings. Oh my god, we're committed. Yeah, we are committed. Looking to hit that +1 timing eventually. For now, Lings, they do hit the natural. Lings hitting the 3rd base as well. Oracles forced to split up. Of course, the Oracles will be able to defend, but Adepts are going down. We get one. Now we're going for the other. And non-offensive on these Oracles. We're going for the Warping and Stalker. Efficient trades. And Mixu, he's not done. We're still rallying. We're not droning. No drones whatsoever. Mixu just rallying everything across the map. Meanwhile, HolyHit is getting up to 6 gateways. It's going to be 6 gateways on 3 bases. But alas, we barely have an economy. We have nothing at the 3rd. And we're looking to knock down that 3rd base. Pylon does fall. Oracle is running out of energy, and we're going for the Nexus, and we should get a kill. And Mixu with the full surround, rallying everything across the map. Now we start droning. And that is going to be the 3rd base going down. Now behind this, we already have a mass gateway set up. We already have Blink, so HolyHit is primed to go for an all-in. Like, what else can we do from this position? But alas, we don't have the economy to sustain an all-in. We're stuck on 2 bases. 7th gateway on the way. No pylon, no proxy, no reinforcement point. HolyHit has to try to pull this off, but again, there's just so little map control here for him. As he moves out, he gets surrounded. And he is vulnerable to the surround. Link's collapsing on these Stalkers. They do get one. They get another. Remember, these are +1 melee Lings. We go another Stalker and another. That's 7 Stalkers going down in total. Across the map, Oracle's doing what they can. They catch a Queen. Not just one. Not bad. Ooh, they don't quite get the same. Never mind. We traded Queen for an Oracle. These are losses that Mixu can afford. Not losses that HolyHit can. As he's still moving out. Again, forced into a subpar all-in. And Mixu is still massing Lings. That's all he needs. Just pure Ling, papi. We don't even need the Bailings. Not anymore. Not against this. As Mixu collapses on these Stalkers. Takes down another. And another. And things they wrap around. They come in for the surround. They shut the army down. And there's still no expansion. There's still no 3rd base. And even if HolyHit throws down the Nexus, we're not going to save it. We're not going to be able to hold on. We force the recall. 2 Stalkers get away. The Oracles are falling as well. We're down to 2 Oracles left. Barely any HP. And once again, here come the Lings, knocking down any would-be 3rd. There just is no expansion. Meanwhile, Blink is on cooldown. We catch more Stalkers. Overcharge is popped. We hold on to the natural, but we're just stuck at a natural base. We're stuck on 2 bases. We can't expand. What can we do? Meanwhile, back at home, Mixu drones up to 3 bases. Hydra Den on the way. Lair is done. Soon to be Lingbane Hydra. Mixu taking another base. Double expanding. Getting a 5th and getting a 6th hatchery. Mixu in full control here. Is supply blocks. That's the one thing holding him back. But once we break out, we can double down. Meanwhile, HolyHit is stuck at home. He's stuck at home. Stuck, attempting to expand. Has potential with these Stalkers, that's true, but there's only so much he can accomplish with that when we have so many Lings. Here come the Bailings! They go to knock down the front door, to knock down the gateways. And they're waddling in. We have the gateways full. Stalker does stay strong. We're going for the mineral line. We break down the wall. The pylons fall. The Baileys, they connect. They catch the probes. And we're snowballing out of control. We're breaking through into the natural. It is compromised. GG gets called, and Mixu will take game number 1. GG. Let's go again. Mixu able to rush into fast pulse or melee, able to flood Lings across the map. HolyHit, if you remember, he was going for his own all-in. That's why there was no forge, no upgrades, no tech. HolyHit was going for a fast blink-based build into a 3-base all-in. But Blinkstalkers struggle against Mass Lings. If we had Adepts, Glaive Adepts, additional Oracles, could be a different story. But against Mass Ling like that, HolyHit just could not really contest against it. Both players kind of went for their own builds, went for them blindly, and Mixu did come out on top. HolyHit unfortunately did not have the tools he needed to defend, and with that, Mixu takes a lead. Mixu takes game 1. Takes game number 1. And I'm curious, my eyes are now on both players. Like, we saw really unorthodox builds from both HolyHit and Mixu. Both players willing to spice things up. So what do we have for game 2? What are we going for? Let's find out. Let us find out. Because we're loading into Alcyone. One of the more macro-oriented maps in the map pool. But clearly both players have shown us that they're willing to spice things up and be crazy and be wild. So we'll try to keep tabs on them. Again, Mixu needs one more to take the win. HolyHit, the pressure is on. He has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. Oh boy. We'll see if we can. See if we can. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alcyone, we have our Finnish Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Berserker Esports. Leading the series 1-0, it is Mixu. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent, we have the German Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing himself. Currently teamless down in the series, looking to bounce back. It is HolyHit. We go. We go as we are settling in. Once again, gate expand. Once again, a hatch gas pool. Everything initially is looking normal, but we'll keep an eye on any fast Evo chambers, fast Roach Warrens, additional gases, fast layers. Keep an eye on the tech of Mixu. Likewise, HolyHit. We also saw a fast Twilight Council before third base in the last game. We'll keep our eyes peeled for a similar build, maybe a Void Ray opener. Additional gateways for Glaive Adepts instead. Or even a Twilight Council. We'll see. We shall see. So HolyHit does move out for a scout, does confirm the opener, does confirm that everything is looking as it should. And HolyHit just being as annoying as possible. Trying to force some inefficient mining out of Mixu. And so far, yeah, it does disrupt the mining a little bit. Just being as annoying as possible. You see the micro battle between the drone and the probe. Oh, we do mine through the mineral patch. Did get it in the end. Again, for those that are curious, only 2 workers can mine a patch at once. So you can see here, because the probe starts mining, it does kind of knock a drone off of the mineral patch and does force inefficient mining. But now we have mined through some minerals and HolyHit can get the hell out of here. It's just a little micro battle that does occur in ZvP in the early game. Just to force some inefficiencies. As our players are getting everything up and running. Cybercore is done and we're going for our tech of choice. It's going to be the Stargate. Stargate here from HolyHit. Once again, looking to go for an Oracle. Everything looking pretty similar to the last game. As it should. Link speed is on the way. We pulled out of gas. No early Evo chamber, not this time. HolyHit does dip in between the bases. Link is moving out across the map, hoping to get a scouting information. HolyHit this time does keep an adept back at home. Does fake a move out. Mixu going to be dipping in, but again, there is an adept in position. And Mixu has to retreat. So nice moves out of HolyHit with the mind games. Just faking a move out. Getting ready for those lings. Likewise, it's going to be the Oracle of choice for HolyHit. Going Oracle first. Back at home, Mixu just happily droning, saturating his bases. Again, no fast Evo chamber. No fast tech yet. And as I mentioned before, Alcyone is known for its longer macro play, is known for more standard play in general. So we could be in for a bit of a longer one. We could be in for a solid back and forth mid game, which I'm all for. Give, give. HolyHit is setting up his expansion. Does delay his move out. Make sure he's safe and secure. Being run by gets shut down. Base on the way. No fast tech this time. No fast Twilight Council. Mixu is going to be zoned away. Yeah, everyone is pushed away. And now we built up towards 2 oracles, which we are forced to spend some energy back at home. Less than ideal. That is a fast lair. Hello. Mixu. Okay, getting into around a 4-minute 30 lair timing. Okay, slightly faster lair. Now the Roach Horn's on the way. Getting ready to rush into, I imagine, Roach speed and a Roach-based composition. Taking gases, droning up. Mixu getting into his build, getting into his game. And HolyHit has potential with this triple oracle. We go for the queens. And 1 queen goes down. And can we get a second? No transfused. And no energy available, no transfused. Can we get a 3rd queen? No, sure, we can. 3 queens, but it cost us an oracle. 1 oracle does fall, and now we can come in with our 6 adepts. We can threaten the shade. We dive into the mineral line. So far, the queens hold their own, but drones are being targeted. 4 drone kills. We get 5. We get 6. Oh, this is becoming too much. 9 drone kills. Oh my god. For 6 adepts. A worthwhile trade. Now we can trade with the Lings. We should be able to shut this down. Some good damage here from HolyHit. Back at home, working towards +1 and Blink. Again, a standard transition out of HolyHit. Meanwhile, Mixu, that is a very fast infestation pit. Curious. Remember, we went into a really fast lair earlier. Now we see why it's to rush into a pit before even Roach speed. So this could be okay. I was gonna say I'm curious if we plan on going into Swarm Host again, but no, it is not gonna be Swarm Host. We're going into a Hydra Den, fast hive, and we're rushing into Lurker Tech. Bold move. Bold move out of Mixu. We mentioned earlier how this map is more macro-oriented. Basically, the 3rd and 4th base are much more secure. The goal base can be a little bit more exposed, but in general, it's more difficult to move out across the map unscattered. The Zelnaga does help with vision, does help with security. So Mixu, he's embracing the later game here. He's droning up as hard as possible. He's cutting corners and taking as quickly as he can into Hive. And the Oracles will soon scout. We dive into the main. We get eyes on the Infestation Pit and the Hydra Den. Now HolyHit knows. Now he is aware. And back at home, how do we respond? So far, we're building up Archons, building up Immortals. To have an Overlord drop here towards the left-hand side. And yeah, HolyHit is just going to be committing here to a ground-based army. We have the option to try to rush into Sky Toss, but it's a risky way to play. So just going to be doubling down on Immortals, on Archons. I would love to see a 4th. I'd love to see us expand, take another base. Recognizing that Mixu is still teching. They're still building up. So we are free to expand. We do open up the mineral path here, so we should be able to expand soon as the Overlord is shut down. Lurker Den on the way. There we go, 4th base now being taken. Again, could have been taken slightly earlier, but regardless, it is on the way. Meanwhile, Mixu is coming in to deny it. And he has eyes on the Nexus, goes with the surround. Army slightly out of position, and can we force a cancel? We can! It's a cancel on the Nexus, big pickup. 4th base was already a little bit late, and now it's going to be even more delayed. And here come the Lunkers. Can we rush into the Hive as quickly as possible? Lurkers are already here. A massive power spike for Mixu. And we're pushing. And how many Lurkers do we have? 9. 9 Lurkers against 2 Immortals. Now, Storm is done. Storm is going to be a big deciding factor here, whether or not HolyHit can defend the 4th. Storm's going to be crucial here in that defense. Lurkers loading up. You know, Lurker drop towards the main. Revelation on the main army. We do pull back. Going to pulling back. Prism towards the main base as well. See both players threatening drops. And HolyHit did catch wind of the drop. He's ready for it. I mean, HolyHit so far with good map vision and map awareness. But we're not done. Okay, so we have one drop lord on the right hand side, another towards the left. It is spotted by the observer. Likewise, Nidus Swarm as well, which have we spotted the Nidus? We have not. Drop lord gets shut down, but we do borrow in time. Oh, do we? Oh! One, both lurkers going down. Massive pickoff here for HolyHit. At the same time, you can see HolyHit getting ready for the second drop. And Mixu, that big lurker advantage, I mean, sure we have them, but we're not able to make use of them. HolyHit is keeping up. Is keeping up with his army. Drop is in position. How many lurkers do we have? 10! Soon to be 16. 16 lurkers. I guess 14 with the main army. 2 in the drop. So the Rabbi does get into the mineral line. Our Spine Cool is in position. He's going to be able to defend. Likewise, main army knocking down those drugs. Pushing towards the natural. HolyHit rotating over, getting in position. Pushing up the ramp into lurkers. And he's caught out of position. Spine shots going off. Army zoned away. Gonna make a break for the natural. See the drop lords were dealt with. And they're pushing up this ramp. It's not going to be easy. Oh, massive spine shots going up. We take down High Templar. We take down Immortals. Again, the concave a little bit too good. Just a brutal position for HolyHit. No, not again! Oh my god. Yeah, there's no pushing up this ramp, and now we're making our way towards the natural. HolyHit, he's just cut off from his own natural base. He cannot push in, he cannot engage. Now rotating around. He lost so much already. At the same time, lurker drop into the main base. Storms going off. Decent storms on the Hydras. But what about the lurkers? Oh my god. What about the lurkers? So we deny the base on the right hand side. Lurkers are pushing forward. We can gain ground. Can keep pushing. Oof. The storms will connect. At the same time, Link counterattack here on the right hand side. Breaking through the side defense. Pushing in. And there's one storm remaining. Oof, that's the final storm. I say that, never mind. we have more High Templar warping in. Another 4 behind this. HolyHit is holding on. The downside is that there's no saturation. There's no saturation, or barely any saturation at the 4th. Nidus Swarm into the main. Mixu rotating around. Observer does confirm this. HolyHit is aware. Oh, he was aware, but the observer gets found out. Going for a Link counterattack here once again. Again, HolyHit survives, but he bled out so much in the process. And if Mixu wanted to, we could even throw down the Spire and get ready for a Greater Spire. Get ready for Broodlords. But now, Vipers in the mix. Vipers have joined the fray. Now we can yoink and abduct these Immortals. Actually going for the Blinding Clouds on the Storms. Oh, that's a brutal storm on the ramp. Another insane storm on the Hydras. HolyHit not taking a bad fight. But the Nidus finishes. The Nidus Swarm does complete. Do we have enough Lunkers? Down to 11. But they do borrow. We force a recall. The army does recall into the main. Lurkers, they can even rain down upon the 3rd. 50 workers go down in the blink of an eye. Lurkers, they have established themselves. The SimCity working against HolyHit. They will get out. Damage was done. 20 probes fell. Now we can just rotate over towards the natural. Spine shots going up. We do get the revelation. These lurkers are looking quite vulnerable. They're exposed. We clean everything up. We shut down every single lurker. Again, lurkers on their own. They melt. HolyHit does force back the main army. Has storms. Azimuth will use them. We bleed out our Archons. Storm a little bit lackluster. Not the connection we were looking for, we were hoping for. And HolyHit does have to retreat. Again, in that trade, in that fight, he lost 5 High Templar, most of his High Templar. 1 is left for the main army. Without storms, there's nothing keeping Mixu back. He can commit. Looks at the Archon. Sutter stepping forward. Who needs lurkers? We don't need them, not anymore. Not if there's no splash damage. Ling Hijack and Sutter step forward and focus on what little is left. The Immortals are holding their own, but they're being targeted down one after the other. And it looks like Mixu has done it. He's broken through the defensive line. And GG gets called, and Mixu will take the series 2-0, taking down HolyHit. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, Mixu will take the series 2-0. Will take down HolyHit. HolyHit was able to hold his own. I was very impressed that he was able to keep up with the drop play. The drops weren't getting any damage done. The Nidus Swarms were being denied as well. But the killer move was Mixu out-positioning HolyHit. There was that moment when Mixu got on top of the ramp, outside of the natural, and HolyHit, he tried to brute force his way up the ramp twice, and he lost so much. He lost so many Immortals and High Templar trying to push up that ramp. That was not the play. That did kind of cost HolyHit most of his supply. Then eventually he backed off, he rotated around, and there was more of a back and forth, but again, that was just a very cost-efficient trade initially for Mixu, and really difficult for HolyHit to recover because he didn't have an economy. He didn't have a fourth. He had a fourth base, but he didn't have saturation. So he couldn't sustain those losses, couldn't sustain that many dead Immortals and High Templar, and yeah, from that moment, Mixu was in control. GG, well played. Up until that moment, I do think that HolyHit was holding his own, was playing quite well. But that was a brutal moment. Definitely a brutal moment for HolyHit. And with that, Mixu will take the series. Congratulations. And with that, both Mixu and HolyHit have concluded their run in HomeStory Cup. Exclamation mark B. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves. Do we have another match ready for us? We do not. Oh my god, that was a fast PvP. That went all the way to the ace match, but catching up in round 5, Trigger versus Drogo went all the way to game 3 and concluded before we even finished our second game. that must have been a very fast PvP. I kind of regret that we missed out on it. Bit of a shame. At least it went to the ace match, but like this was a fast best of 3. My god. A fast series here between Drogo and Trigger. Meanwhile, Gabe and Laser are currently mid-series on the mainstream. Game 1 in favor of Gabe. They're currently in Game 2. If you were here earlier, you would know that Laser was a bit of a test subject for Kellizer and Wardy, and Laser had to drink the abominations that Wardy and Kellizer made. I'm shaking my... I was in shock. I was in shock watching what they were doing to those drinks. And what they were forcing down Laser's throats. So, Laser, he's a little bit inebriated right now, coming into that series. But best of luck. You know, maybe it helps take the edge off, and maybe take a little bit more off as well. It's possible. But I'm sure that's an amazing series. And that is the final series of the group stage. And once we conclude the group stage, once we wrap up with our top... I mean, we already have our top players. Laser and Hero Marine will be top 2, regardless of who wins. 1 or 2, they can be a little bit interchangeable, but they will... I think at the moment, especially after the win, I think Laser needed a 2-0. I think he needed a 2-0. So with Hero Marine winning game 1, I think he secured himself as number 1. And we have our top players. We have our top 8. We have Clem, Mana out of Group A. We have Gumiho and Skillis out of Group B. Showtime and Harsum out of Group C. And Hero Marine and Laser out of Group D. So thankfully, we have one Zerg player. We have a bit of representation for Zerg, but mainly Terran and Protoss. Mainly Terran and Protoss here in the bracket. So it's going to be all about how good is your TVP. How good is your Terran versus Protoss, or Protoss versus Terran. And even mirror matchups as well, to advance on further in this bracket. Laser, he's gonna be like the lone Zerg. You know, insert meme here with a Laser surrounded by Terran and Protoss on the couch. Best of luck, Laser. Best of luck. As again, we have some of the best players in Europe here, and as well as Korea. You know, we got Clem, Showtime, Skillers, Gumiho, Harston, Gabe, Laser. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. The bracket will not be seeded until the group stage is concluded. I would imagine that after the group stage, they will do the drawing live. I imagine so. But we'll see. check out the mainstream. Take TV. They got you covered there with what comes next. And if you happen to miss it on stream, I'm sure they will post it on social media. They'll post a graphic for the playoff bracket for the top 8, and we'll see how this does go down. As it looks like, oh, they just finished. I think they just wrapped up. Yeah, it looks like Hero Marine did take down Alazer 2-0. So Hero Marine does come out in first, Alazer in second. They just finished their series. And I'm sure the drawings are about to begin. I hope. Meanwhile, when it comes to day 3 of HomeStory Cup tomorrow, we will not be there. Oh my god, we won't be there. They only needed the B stream for the first 2 days. We've done our job, done our duty. We casted all the StarCraft, papi, all the StarCraft. And early mark today, only 10 hours. Only 10 hours. Yesterday we did 11. It's fine. If you want some more CranKy Duckling casting, for those who maybe are tuning in for the first time, maybe you are unaware of our channel, Smooch, if that's the case, but we cast StarCraft here on a daily basis, every single day. I mean, if we didn't cast HomeStory Cup, we were going to go over some DreamHack Dallas replays, but every single day we do cast StarCraft here on the channel. We have daily StarCraft on the channel for the past, like, 4, almost 5 years. Been a while. So we've been doing this for quite some time. So plenty of content available if you're interested. So you can follow us here on Twitch. You can follow us on YouTube. We upload VODs on a daily basis. A lot of content available on YouTube if you are interested in VOD content. Otherwise, we're going to be live tomorrow. As I just mentioned, we're live every day. Tomorrow we're going to be live with Sparkling Tuna Cup. That is our own open tournament. If you want to see players like typically Geralt, Cristiano, Iba, sometimes Mixu, Fiant, alongside some of the Koreans like Hon Mono, Keen, Nightmare, Mia Maika, even some Southeast Asian players, Nice as well. They do come together for our online tournaments for Sparkling Tuna Cup. So again, we're going to be covering that in 12.5 hours. 12.5 hours, we're going to be live on the channel. We're going to be live before HomeStory Cup. So it's going to be a bit of a pre-show, I guess, to HomeStory Cup Day 3. We're going to be live on this channel, and then we'll raid HomeStory Cup once we wrap up and once HomeStory Cup gets underway. So back-to-back StarCrafts, we got you covered with all the content. Meanwhile, if you're curious about our schedule, Monday is going to be ESL Open Cup Asia, Tuesday is going to be ESL Open Cup Americas, Wednesday is Kung Fu Cup, Thursday is WTL. As a bit of a PSA, World Team League is usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but World Team League this week is on Thursday instead. So just a day before that, it is pushed back a little bit, or pushed ahead. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I think, is World Team League, WTL. Let me just double check. Let's see. It's going to be Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Okay, they're skipping Saturday. So it's going to be Thursday, Friday, and Sunday is going to be World Team League. Saturday, we're going to be covering Masters Swan Open. That is our monthly amateur tournament for Masters players. So if you're a Masters player out there, if you want to compete in a tournament that is restricted by MMR, then we got you covered with the Masters Swan Open. And intermingled into all of that, we have a KSL replay cast on Tuesday. We have Sparkling Tuna Cup on Sunday as well, so Tuna Cup into WTL. We have Infolet Monthly Cup, a Polish tournament, on Thursday. And yeah, a lot of StarCraft. So we cast at least once a day, sometimes multiple times a day, as we are this week. Looks like 1, 2, 3 of these days we have 2 casts. Let's go. 2 casts a day. Yeah, that's our usual schedule. So every week, that's kind of what it looks like with ESL Open Cup, with Kung Fu Cup, WTL, Sparkling Tuna Cup, and KSL and everything else. A lot of StarCraft action. So thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. As a reminder as well, in 2 weeks' time, the Esports World Cup will be hosting their qualifiers. In In 2 weeks' time is going to be the qualifiers for EWC, Esports World Cup, and we will be casting that on our channel as well. I mean, I don't have confirmation, but we always cast the qualifiers for DreamHack and everything else. Stars War 11, so we'll get in touch and we'll most likely be covering the qualifiers. That's going to be on the weekend of the 8th of July. So the 8th, sorry, the 5th. So 5th is Friday, so 5th, 6th, 7th, that weekend of July, we do have EWC. What else is our calendar looking like? So I should be on this other scene. Cheeseadelphia is also on the weekend of the 13th and 14th of July. Cheeseadelphia is a LAN happening in the Americas, and we might be involved in that as well. And of course, all the other events that we do usually cast. So yeah, look forward to it. It's gonna be a busy month, busy time here on the CranKy Ducklings. So if you're interested, follow us: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. Where we are all things CranKy Ducklings. ! Socials in the chat if you are interested. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow in 12.5 hours with Sparkling Tuna Cup. See you then. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao, papi, ciao. See you next time. Hasta luego.